Hey guys, Morgan's Maintenance. Today's video is going to be a tool haul video. That's where I look at several different items in one video, talk about the main features, how much they cost, where I bought them, how I plan to use them. That's what the tool haul videos are all about. Well, in this video, it's a little bit different intro. You're not seeing me at my workbench. That's because I got a really big item here that's not going to fit on my workbench. I'm going to talk about that first, and then we'll get into the rest of them on the workbench. You might also notice that I marked this video paid promotion. I bought pretty much everything that's in this video, minus two things. One of those was given to me as a gift from a subscriber, and then also Arcade Belt has a new belt coming out that they gave me to try out and wear. So I'm going to give you guys my feedback on that. They're not paying me in any way to make this video, paying me to sponsor it or anything like that, but they did send me that belt for free, so that's why I am marking it paid promotion. But again, the first thing that we're going to dive into is this Hyper Tough cart, and then we'll get into the rest of them from the workbench, but let's go ahead and jump into that first. So the first item I picked up this week is by Hyper Tough. This is the Hyper Stack Modular Tool Storage System. This one is the 3-shelf collapsible service cart. So they have service carts, but this is the collapsible version. Total capacity 50 pounds per shelf. It has 3 shelves, so it's 150 pounds. Other main feature, 3-inch rubber swivel casters, and then it folds up to 8 inches thick, which is the position that I have it in right there. So I picked this up at Walmart.com for 50 bucks. Thanks to Matt HMM, he kind of sent this to me. This is a cart that he has. He even sent me a picture here. I'll show you of his cart with his Vito Pro Tech Pack on top of it. So once I knew that it was going to hold that weight, I felt pretty good about the kind of stuff that I was going to put on it. So again, it folds up to this position. Now let me go over here and show you how easy it is to unfold this. So again, you can kind of roll it around in this position if you want to, store it in your van, whatever it might be. In order to put it into position, you're just going to pull this out, push this down, and then lock this in place. Once you lock that down, it won't roll back up. It rolls super easy. You have 2 casters with brakes on it, and then 2 casters that don't. Again, 3 total shelves. Also has the features of these little side pieces. So they also, Hyper Tough sells several different accessories. They are kind of hard to come by, but these typically only cost you $3 or $4 a piece, maybe $5. Here's a hook. They just slide right onto all those little attachment points. Here's another one of those that I was able to pick up. Also have a Velcro strap. They sell cups, all sorts of things. So you have a total of 16 of those all the way around this cart because you got 4 on every corner. So again, you can imagine putting Vito bags, whatever it is, if you're somebody who wants to go around your job site, putting your materials and things on something like this. I'm picturing on the quadplex that I'm working on, building apartments. I'm going to be doing doors, door casing, all that kind of stuff. I can also take my belt clips on my nailers, kind of hook it on this lip right here, put my shims, put my fasteners, all that kind of stuff on there. I'm also going to be doing door locks galore, so I can load up this cart with all those door locks, all my drills, drivers, drill bits, everything I need to install door locks. Again, roll this around to each and every door, and then I don't have to sit there and pick up that stuff at every door and move it to the next door as I work on it. I think it's going to save me a ton of time. And the whole reason why I got this one is because, again, it is collapsible. It's probably not as sturdy. I'm sure the weight limit on the solid ones are a lot more, but I'm not going to be able to fit this in and out of my truck as easy, or I will be able to fit this in and out of my truck easier than one of those that is just a solid one. So if you work somewhere where you're going to leave your cart at your job site all the time, or at your factory, if you do industrial maintenance or something like that, I would probably go with the solid one. But if you're like me and you want it to be easily transportable, easy to throw in your back of your truck, easy to get it in and out into spaces, easy for storage, this one might be a good option for you. And again, in order to fold it back up, we're just going to grab this lock mechanism right here, pull that up, keep pulling it up to the point where it starts to fold, and then you can kind of just pull this up and it will fold within itself. It doesn't fold up near as easy to me as it unfolds, but it still folds up pretty easy. And then again, once you've got it to this position, it's going to be a lot easier to put it in and out of your truck, van, or whatever it is that you drive in order to transport it. But the 3-shelf collapsible cart by Hyper Tough is one of the things that I picked up this week. So another thing that I picked up here recently is a new belt from Arcade. And again, they did send me this. I didn't buy this, and it is a new release of theirs. It's not even out as far as while I'm filming this video. So I'll put links and stuff as soon as I have them available in the description, where it's going to be sold out, those kinds of things. I don't really know that right now at the moment while I'm filming this. So this one is a hardware ALU belt. I think they've already got a hardware belt, but this one they're kind of intending for it to be more of a heavier use, like a utility belt, someone to wear tools or something like that with it. And I saw one feature on this that kind of made me want to try it out, because previously the only other belt that I've reviewed on the channel is the Groove belt, and I absolutely love these, and I haven't even wore another belt since I made that video. These are the belts that I've been wearing. This is very similar to that of the arcade belt as far as size and the whole 9 yards. You know, the thickness of it, all that's the same. Kind of the movement on it, very similar. So it's very stretchy, very comfortable as well. But again, there's one feature on this one as far as you get to this micro adjust right here that I really like about this belt. And again, it's for my own personal reasons. You may not have the same problems as me, but this one you can still adjust it the same way as you adjust any belt with this buckle. It's got this rubber type belt along with an aluminum belt buckle. You can adjust it here. This is the standard belt. It fits up to 40 inches. They're also going to have an extra belt that goes up to 54 inches. But as much as I love my Groove belt, the one thing that I don't like about it is the adjustment part on it. Like, I'm a person who gains weight, loses weight. Even within the same day, my pants will fit differently, and it's very hard to get the adjustment changed on this. So like, once you have it set, putting the belt on couldn't be easier with the Groove belt. I mean, it pretty much magnetically just goes together. But if you're a person who adjusts your belt very often, it's a little bit of a pain to do that. Whereas with the micro adjust on the arcade belt, you have these 3 slots. So if this is where I maybe start out my day with, and sometimes whenever I wake up, my pants are fitting a little bit tight. I don't know if it's water weight or whatever. And then within a few hours of working, my pants are starting to fall down. Well, with this one, I can easily just move on over, go to that 3rd spot. Now I've just kind of tightened up my belt just a little bit. It's still going to fit great, still going to have that stretch to it, still have that comfort and all that stuff. And then if at lunchtime, maybe I hit the Little Debbie's a little bit too hard, my pants start fitting a little bit too tight, I can then again take this back, take this out of there, either slide it down to the middle one, slide it back to the original spot. That is crazy fast to be able to kind of make adjustments throughout the day, which is the main reason why I absolutely love that feature on this belt. And then not only that, the Groove belt comes in at like $65 regular price. And again, I'd still pay that for it. I absolutely like these belts too. Either one of these, in my opinion, you can't go wrong with. But if you're someone like me who your body kind of changes throughout the day, your pants fall off, your pants get tight, all those kinds of things, having this little micro adjustment is a whole lot easier than having to deal with trying to pull it in and out of a slot like this. Now, as far as holding pouches, the stretch on the arcade belt is super nice. It's super comfortable, but you're probably going to lean towards needing to use pouches maybe the size of an MPX, which is a smaller pouch. Not that many tools in it. You can see that here. It's not kind of pulling that much as I'm wearing the MPX, versus if I put on the MP2X, which is my biggest pouch that I wear pretty often, you can see that that starts to weigh down that belt a little bit. I can still wear it. It doesn't affect it in any way, but you can see that pull on there. So just take that in consideration. The Groove belt is very similar. You can see that here with the MP2X and then also with the MPX. They both are kind of very similar in that. The Groove belt might be just a hair stiffer or something like that, but again, it's very minute. And again, I couldn't tell really any performance difference at all between the two. I've been wearing this one pretty much ever since I got it, wearing my MP2X, wearing my MPX and stuff like that as I need to. So again, the biggest feature to me is the micro adjust. If you're someone who needs to adjust your belt very often, you might want to look into these. And it's also a cheaper option over the Groove belt if you kind of want to save a little bit of money. But the arcade belt, thanks to them sending it to me, is also another thing that I picked up here recently. So up next, I mentioned these in a few lives, but this is kind of a public service announcement. I also picked up this 3-pack of the Fastback Compact Folding Utility Knives. Part number is 4822 1500 PA. So my Home Depot has these on sale for $10. They were originally $19.99 or $20. This was part of that Black Friday, Christmas sale, all that kind of stuff. And then they also had a deal going on where if you bought 5 different items, so they had tape measures, squares, these knives, different things like that. If you bought 5 of those for $20 a piece, you basically got $30 off. Well, right now with these on clearance, if you buy 5 of these, you'd get $50 is what you'd have to pay for them. And some Home Depots, your mileage is going to vary. Some, I've seen where some are doing it, some are not. Some are still allowing you to take that $30 off. So you would get 5 packs of these, or basically 15 of these knives for $20. So you might want to go to your Home Depot and see if that's available, if that's an option for you. So again, these are very good. They're not the ones that I use the most. I like the one with the screwdriver, the 1505. But again, you can't beat a Fastback, and you for sure can't beat 15 of them for $20 if your Home Depot will allow you to get those. But even if not, a 3-pack of them for $10, I still feel like it's a pretty good deal. But the Milwaukee Fastback 3-pack of the compact folding utility knives is something else that I picked up this week. So another thing that I picked up this week was a new pencil from Tracer. That's one of the few brands of pencils like this that I haven't tried yet. I picked this one up for a particular reason. It is the Pro version, but it also has a strong aluminum body. You can see right there. Part number on this is AMK1-PRO. The one thing about this one is it is pretty expensive. This is going to run you $37. It's only got 3.7 stars on Amazon, and the bulk of those bad reviews are because it is $37. But you do get this pencil. You also get a holster with lead. So if you bought a pencil and then you buy lead, it kind of gets you in a higher price range anyways. Maybe not $37, but a little bit higher. So this thing works by, it's got a slot right here that as you spin that around and line that up, your lead will come in and out. And again, this is a holster that you could put in your bag, your pocket, or whatever else you wanted to as well. Other than that, you do get this pencil. It is an all aluminum body. Again, that's the main reason why I wanted to try this out, because my favorite pencil of all time is the Pentel Graph Gear 1000, but that is a fine lead. So it's not the same as a Pica, Hultafors, those kinds of things like that. But if I had my druthers, you know, this is the pencil that I use unless I need a bigger lead, because I like the weight of it. I like the feel of it. So that's why I wanted to try this one out. It is by far most like a Pica 3030 as far as the shape of it, the feel of it, all those kinds of things. Same length, same everything. You know, I like the Klein okay, but I don't like how it comes in and out of the holster. The Hultafors is probably my favorite of the bunch, but it's because it's flat. I just like that fact about it. The Ox isn't bad, but if I had to say which one is this most like, it's definitely most like the Pica 3030. Has a few features that I like better than the Pica 3030. One is, I've always mentioned that I don't like the fact that the pencil sharpener is on the bottom of the holster on the Pica, because if I have this pencil out and this is in my pocket, in order to sharpen my pencil, I have to remove this holster, sharpen my pencil, put this holster back in my pocket, and then put my pencil in. Tracer did decide to put it up here at the top, so this could stay in my pocket. If I need to sharpen my pencil, I can then just take it, stick it down inside of there, sharpen it up, and then I'm good to go. I don't have to take this in and out of my pocket. So feature that they both have, the Pica has this little dimple right here that keeps it from rolling off. It kind of stops your pencil from rolling. It will still roll, obviously, but it does make it like have a stop unless you just really roll it like crazy. Well, the Tracer has a very similar thing as well. You can kind of see this right here. That's going to stop it from rolling on over. It's kind of like a stop to make it go back and forth. So again, do like that feature about it. And the main thing that I like about it more than anything is, again, the weight, because it's aluminum body. It weighs a little bit more than the plastic. Definitely, like, you can tell a substantial difference whenever you're holding this in your hand. So if you're like me and you kind of like that about a pencil, this might be something that you want to look into. Again, $37 though, fairly expensive. I would say if you haven't bought one of these pencils at all yet, I'd still go with a Pica 3030 just to see how much you want to use one of them. And then after you've used one for a while and you learn that that's the best pencil ever, then you might want to say, I kind of like metal pencils. I like the weight of them. If you're like me, you might want to try this one out as well. But the Tracer Pro all aluminum body is another thing that I picked up here recently. So the last thing on my list of things I got recently is the Nebo Slim Mini. So the last tool haul, I had the Nebo Mini Larry 500. That was sent to me by A. Taylor Musburger, and he also sent me this one as well. I just got it at a little bit different date, so I want to thank him for sending me this one out as well. So again, this one is 250 lumens. This one's going to run you $24 on Amazon. Has a belt clip, durable construction, magnetic base. Let me go ahead and flip it around to the back so you can kind of see, again, high and low. I like that about these Nebos. I like that they don't have a billion settings. 250 lumens on high, 25 on low. You get 2 hours runtime on high, 10 hours on low. So then there's all that other information. And then as far as it is made in China, it did come with a USB-C cable. I don't have that in here. So we'll get it out of the package. I'll go over the features. I'll show it to you in the dark. So overall, very thin, very slim, has a metal belt clip right there. So again, you could slide that in your pocket, put it in your tool bag, put it on your pouch, however it is that you'd want to use that. Very simple to use. This is the light up here. You press this button, it starts out on high, so that'd be that 250 lumens. You press it again, that goes to low, 25 lumens. Press it again, it goes to off. So again, 3 presses and you're done with it. Is USB-C. You can see that down in there as well. So again, overall size-wise, again, it's very small. You can see it there in my hand. You're looking at 4 inches in length and basically about an inch width. And maybe I might have to go up to see. We're going to say 3/8 of an inch in thickness or something along those lines. So very compact. Again, I can see putting this on your pouch. Like right here is my Olight Art Flex, but you could use this in the same way. And then as you're using your tool bag or whatever, if you need to light up your area that you're working in, press that button, move your tool bag to whatever it is you're working on, put it in your shirt pocket, turn it on while you're walking to light up your pathway. All sorts of ways to go about using this. But overall, again, that's all the features, how you might want to use it. Let me show you the light output here in the dark. So we'll start out pressing that button once. That's going to get you into that 250 lumen high mode. Can definitely see everything right out in front of you, no problem whatsoever. If you want some longer runtime, you can press that button again and get into low mode. That's at 25 lumens. But even at 25 lumens, you can still see plenty right out directly in front of you. So overall, a pretty nice light. I think especially for the price, the compact size, get a decent amount of runtime out of it. I don't think I mentioned it has a magnetic base. So again, stick it on anything metal, get it exactly where you want it to be type thing. So I had never had a Nebo light before the Mini Larry and now the Nebo Slim. Now I've got both thanks to my good buddy, Mr. Musburger. So again, I want to thank him for sending these out to me. And that is the end of my tool haul. You could almost call this an EDC tool haul. I've got flashlights, pocket knives, pencils, belt. Only thing that's kind of not EDC is that hyper tough 3-shelf cart. I don't think I'm going to roll that around with me every single day, but I'm interested in your guys' feedback. I also want to thank Arcade for sending me that belt, but maybe you guys have been running Arcade belts. Apparently it's a bigger brand. I had never really heard of them. So if you run their belts, let us know what you think about them. Also, if you've been running the Tracer Pro or Nebo lights, let us know your feedback on those as well so people can know your opinions on them and not just mine. And then I want to thank everybody for all their suggestions all the time, because again, some of these things I picked up based upon people's suggestions. I get lots of good emails, comments, all sorts of things for you guys asking me to try out tools. I can't buy all of them. I can't try all of them, but I love the suggestions because it causes me to go look at them. Sometimes there's things that I don't even know that are out there. So again, that's why I make these tool haul videos as well. Some of these are pretty basic things, but we don't really know about them until somebody tells us about them. So that's the go behind this, but I hope this video was helpful in some way. Hope it was useful. You guys stay safe. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you in the next video.